All right. We are back here at Song of the Day, coming to you from the Rock Cave. I'm your host, Mark Pierce. It is Wednesday. You know what that means? It is Wanderlust Wednesday, and you asked for it. You got it. We're doing a bunch of songs more on the heavy side, hard rock, heavy metal. You didn't ask for it. I asked you to ask for it, and then you said, yeah, you should do that. But anyway, I got all these bands and songs. They all live up here. They got to get out some one way or another. And this is just a mix of some of the songs that maybe you haven't heard before, or a band that maybe you've never heard of before. So let's get to it, because I've got 5 bands with a few more songs than 5. So let's talk about it. So first and foremost on my list, in no particular order, the song Burning Heart from Vandenberg. Anyone remember this? This one is the first album from this Dutch band, actually it's a Dutch and LA member band, from 1982. The song actually went to number 39 and the album went to number 65. But One of All Music says it is the most underrated debut metal album of all time. How about that? They opened for Ozzy and Kiss. This song is just one of those songs that I remember in high school. We just wore this song out. It's just a great song. Is it a ballad? A little bit, but it picks up. Just great voice. Again, this is from 1982. And named after Adrian Vandenberg, who would later join Whitesnake in 1987. We'll get back to Whitesnake in a second. But this is a cool song. This is just a good memory for me in the 80s. So Vandenberg, Burning Heart. That's the first song you're going to listen to. Next up, Gary Moore, Victims of the Future. Gary Moore. Does that name sound familiar to some of you? Well, this is his 4th solo album, but he was an Irish guitarist, and this was his from 1983, and he was in the band Thin Lizzy, and so he was trying to do solo work that was heavy or heavier, and this is exactly what this is, Victims of the Future. I got this on one of those power ballad or metal remix CDs where you just buy a CD and there's just all kinds of songs on there. He had the UFO guitarist, keyboard player in his band. He had a guy that rejoined Deep Purple later in '84, and he had a guy that rejoined Whitesnake after this. There's Whitesnake again. What was up with that? But this was some heavy stuff, and I like this song. It's just one of those songs that lives in my head. And he says it was his feeble attempt at hard rock. I don't know. This is a good song. Gary Moore, in 1990, I'm gonna have to do a Slowdown Sunday or something. I don't want to spoil it now, but he put out a blues album that's one particular song is pretty amazing. So maybe we'll save that for later. All right, here's your next one. The name of the band is Detective. It's called One More Heartache. They had 2 albums total. An American English band from the late 70s. They had this guy, Michael Philip DeBars, as the singer, and he was Murdoch on MacGyver, the actor. How about that? They had Michael Monarch, formerly of Steppenwolf. They had Tony Kaye on keyboard. That Tony Kaye from Yes. And they had this guy named Bobby Pickett in there, but not the Bobby Pickett, not the one who did the Monster Mash. Imagine being named Bobby Pickett. There's only got to be 2 of them, right, in the whole planet. Jimmy Page was a fan of this record, and he said, I don't know why Detective wasn't as big as they should have been. I don't know what the deal was there. All right, next up, a ballad, Kix, Don't Close Your Eyes. Some of you probably know this one because it's a ballad. But Kix, they actually probably... one of the 2 most popular ones on my list here, but Kix were an American glam band in the late 80s. They were a cover band first. They covered all their favorites, AC/DC, all those ones. But then they put out this record, Blow My Fuse, and that went platinum in 1988. And this song went to number 11. But it's easy to forget this song, or maybe it's just that you don't know who sings it. But Kix, Don't Close Your Eyes. Check that one out today. Next up, I really went back and forth about doing just a whole separate show on these guys, but we're going to add them to the list. The band is Triumph, and they're a huge Canadian band, hard rock. They had 16 albums and DVDs, 18 gold records, 9 platinum. So I don't know, maybe they don't belong on Wanderlust Wednesday, but many of you maybe you know the song but not the artist. But we loved Triumph growing up in high school. 3 important songs as far as that's concerned. Lay It on the Line is the one that I would consider your song of the day on the list today, but Magic Power is right behind it. That's an awesome song. And World of Fantasy. Actually, those 3 songs, I don't know, that's why they might have gotten their own show. But here we are talking about Triumph. So if you're a fan of Triumph, just comment below. Last but not least, the whole thing that started this was the band Jackyl. I heard Jackyl on and off on Sirius Radio, and I'm like, I don't even remember Jackyl growing up. And they're a metal band from 1991, an American band, but I dig their music now. I like their stuff. The song I'm looking for is I Stand Alone and Down on Me. Actually, 2 of those songs are the ones that I played the most. But they do have a popular song that's the Lumberjack, called The Lumberjack, and he does a solo with a chainsaw in that song, and that's what that is known for. They are also in the Guinness Book of World Records for 2 things: 100 concerts in 50 days, that's a world record, and 21 concerts in 24 hours, that's another world record. They did play Woodstock in '94, and so they did have some success with those songs, but I was not aware of Jackyl in the mid-90s, and did not become aware of them until I got satellite radio after 2000. So Jackyl is your last one. So those are your mix-up, mash-up playlists, Wanderlust Wednesday, heavier side of music today. Vandenberg, Gary Moore, Detective, Kicks, Triumph, and Jackyl. There you go. You got some work to do. Who's going to take the challenge and listen to all these songs? Someone's going to take it, right? Someone's going to listen to these and give me your comments. All right, we're at 7 minutes. Have a great day, and as usual, I'll catch you on the flip side.